Are you tired of hearing mental health from a superficial view and want to hear about realistic views? Well, you come to the right place, a space where healing is central, but also normalized. Your hosts, Donika and Myra, who are in the mental health field, will explore topics that help promote healing in your everyday life. Through our podcast, you will get the real and the work to focus on your healing. Welcome to Black Women Healing Podcast.
So, the question is, if you could name your self-care as a drink, what would the drink be called? So whoever wants to jump in, just go.
Mine would probably be what I had to have last night. A red wine, really kind of like any red wine. Reason being, it relaxes me. So like when I think of self-care, I think of like just being relaxed and just feeling good. And red wine, like one sip, two sips, you're there. So mine would definitely be a red wine.
So what would you name it? Like what would your red wine be called?
Like the type, like the actual name, or I'm coming up with a name?
Like you come up with a name. What is the name of it?
Oh, okay. I need some time.
I need some time. I'm trying to think.
The vibes. That's what my drink would be called. The vibes. Because we know when you drink, sometimes it's good vibes, and then sometimes, depending on what you drink, it's bad vibes. So we don't know the vibes.
But what's in that drink?
Girl, maybe because I guess I'm a Kentucky girl. I like bourbon. I like dark liquor.
Ooh, yeah.
So maybe like a little bourbon, but I like something sweet too. So I don't know. It'll have to have like some, I don't know, something sweet though to cut that strong.
Okay. What about you, Terry? What did you decide to name your drink?
It would just be relaxation. Like I know I took time to just come, but that's when I think of self-care, I just think of like pausing everything and just putting everything at a halt and relaxing.
Okay. What about you, Shantae?
Well, sorry. This is my mother's phone because my phone is done for.
No, that's fine.
My phone tomorrow. So my name's Brittany.
Oh. I was like, wait, she changed her name today? All right.
No, this is my mom's phone. Sorry. Just so I can see y'all because my phone it jumps. It's doing the most. My drink, I would probably call it maybe the mystery box.
Ooh.
And box just because it can like kind of represent a female. I don't know, because I have so much to offer as a woman. It's and then the mystery is you gotta. The mystery is for because I don't put myself in a box all the time, so I have so much to offer and so much to give, and I'm involved in so. You get what you never know.
Yeah.
And then the ingredients, I probably wouldn't. You wouldn't know the ingredients. You would just have to taste it first.
It's one of those.
It's a mystery. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I like that. I think my drink would be called the pause because for my self-care, I always like to pause, and mine wouldn't have alcohol in it. Mine would be different juices. So now, like, I'm drinking watermelon juice. I wouldn't want it to be alcohol. Yeah, I said drink. So y'all assumed alcohol.
Like, when I think of drink, we grow. Like, I
drink
alcohol.
Y'all talking about drink.
I was thinking alcohol drink. Sorry.
No, it's good. That's self-care. That's good too. So for this episode, as y'all hear, we have Brittany and Terry, and we just want to talk about friendship and sisterhood amongst Black women. So before we dive in, I want to ask Terry and Brittany. Brittany, you go first. Share a little bit about your friendship with Donika. So whatever that means to you, you can say how y'all met each other, but we're trying to keep it short to maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll let you go first, Brittany.
So, me and Donika been knowing each other for a while now. We met each other in 6th grade. It was crazy because how we met, my mom forced me to ride the Tark home to and after school because she was going to U of L, and she just couldn't have me at home by herself. So she wanted me to ride the Tark, and she was like, try to find a little friend or somebody you can ride the Tark back and forth with. And long and behold, one day I was walking by myself to the Tark stop after school, and I seen Donika. She was there by herself, just on the Tark over a little backpack. We both just, we just started talking, and that's how we initially linked up, was riding the Tark, because we didn't have nobody else to ride with. And where we lived around the area that we lived in, it wasn't necessarily the best area. So to keep each other safe and have a little buddy friend, it was cool. So that's how we linked up, and then it just went on from there. Fast forward to now, our relationship is awesome. Back then we used to go neck and neck. Like, it didn't start off bright and sunny and nice. We had to really go through things, and then now as an adult, us two as adult women, it's amazing to me. So I love it.
Wow, that's dope. 6th grade. So how many years does that make you now?
15. What you say, Nika?
Yes.
15
yeah, we met
years.
probably when it was like 11.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no, how many is that? Oh, I have my math.
I don't know. My math sucks too right now.
I think it's
So
17, right?
So almost 20 years. Whoa, that's crazy.
That's a very long time.
Yeah,
That is.
That's very rare too.
definitely. In today's time right now.
Mm-hmm. All right,
And we've
what'd you say, Brittany?
no. Go ahead.
You sure?
Positive.
You were gonna say something good. I could feel it. Now I want to hear it.
Right.
You know how some friendships, they can speak on, like, they might have maybe had a fight, like actual brawl with each other, or something like that of sort. We've never had those type of issues. It's been like bickering and just argumentative stuff, but we ain't never had to go through the mud to know that we really good friends.
Yeah.
That's
See,
good.
I told you have something
That's
good
a
to say.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
Terry,
Yeah,
what
so-
about you, Terry?
Is it my turn? Dang. So how did we meet? Originally, it was on Twitter. Like, we both got accepted to SDSU, so we had this hashtag, like, SDSU16. And we saw, because I had another best friend that's, like, we went to school together. And so we was like, oh, wait, this girl from Inglewood, because we're both from Compton. And we're like, oh, okay. Like, she reached out to her. And then I saw her page, and I saw she put, like, I love basketball players. So I was like, me and this girl, we got the same taste in men. We not going to be friends. Like, but just being petty, like, just being, like, childish. I didn't really mean it. So when we met, her and my other friend were basically talking more than even me and her. But when we met in person, we just clicked. And it was like from the first day, like when she moved on campus, literally the first day, it was like, okay, let's go hang out. I was like, oh, this word is like actually cool. That's why you can't have those preconceived notions. Like, I'm just over here like, no, we're not gonna click. And from there, I just saw that we were so much like alike in a sense. Like, we could just be our authentic selves with each other. I remember in the beginning, she used to be like, you're my best friend. And I was like, well, best friend is a strong word, because that's when I was at the moment where I just was like, trust no one. Like, even if I'm with you every day, I still, just where I was raised, I could see it happen all the time. Like, they were always like, yeah, that'll be the person to stab you in the back. And I was just like, trust no one. So she always like, you're my best friend. Although she was, I was just like, that's a strong word. And then just as time grew, like the next year, I was like, you are my best friend. Like, I come to you, you're there for me. We connect. And just over the years, even into adulthood, it's just we've been there for each other. We understood each other. And every aspect of life, it's kind of hard to have someone where it's like every aspect. And I was telling my mom that, because she was like, just talk about my different friends. And I'm just like, but Myra's like every aspect. Like, we can turn up together. We can be about community change together. We can be about business together. We talking about every aspect, God together. Like, literally anything. So it just kind of grew and it's flourishing, and it's just going to continue.
Oh, that's cute.
Myra be manifesting stuff like so hard.
She does.
She was her best friend. That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
You're my best friend. That is exactly what happened. Anytime she says something's gonna happen,
it happens.
That's what happened with her relationship. So I remember she kept saying, I'm a wife. I was like, and the next thing you know, it's like her and Isaac. I was just like, oh my gosh, like you really manifest everything. Like
you have to.
How long have y'all been friends?
8 years now. Yeah. So since I was 17, well, that's when we've been friends. So best friends since 18. Because I took a year to be like, all right.
And we're basically cousins now.
Oh yes. Yes. So my cousin had a baby by her cousin, and they're together, So started a family, I should say.
That's dope.
And that's what it really feels like. Like, cause I know for me, when Myra like kind of said something about this episode, I was like, I don't have best friends. Like my friends become like my family.
Yeah.
And then I had to like really think about. I'm like, well, actually, Brittany, if you really want to like put a term on it, Brittany's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't, like you said, Terry, it's a strong word, and I think people like overuse it. And so I kind of just don't really say it, but she is like me and Brittany. We talk all the time. Like you talking about, we can talk about everything. Like in our relationship, we've had to like transition as we became like young women, young Black women. We're different than we were, So and we've had to like reinvent our relationship, and I think that's what you have to do. So yeah, it feels like she's like family, like for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So, Donika, what makes you decide that Brittany was your best friend? Like, what's the difference between a friend and a best friend?
So, I have a lot of friends, a lot of them. And moving around over the years, I've had no choice because I think when you're in transplant, you kind of have to, you have to find community. But with Brittany, I feel like that she knows me like from like like she said, like the trenches. So she knows my family, she knows my freaking flaws, and some stuff like I don't have to tell her. Even like if you around me, I do have a problem with, I like to be right. She knows this. We know this. She likes to be right too, but we figured out a way to like talk without it being nasty, We both like to tell each other what to do. But she's like one of my only friends who will do that. Most of my friends will agree with me. If I tell them something, because I'm Donika in the sense that I'm usually the more mature one, I usually have the right thing to say. Most people would just go along with me, but not this one.
That's it.
She would be like, no, you're wrong. Or like, no, you should try something else. And then I'm like, why do you got to say that? Okay.
Give you something to think about.
Right.
Yeah.
Be something to think about. And without that, you don't grow. Right. You don't need a whole bunch of like yes people on your team. Like you need people who forces you to like understand that everything you say is not right, everything you do, and to kind of challenge you. So, and I think I asked like my sister and I asked one of my friends like, hey, who would you say my best friend is? Like you talk to her all the time. Like that's the person you talk to, and I'm like, damn, she is my best friend.
Who said it? Danisha?
Lamont and Nisha. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, this is true.
That's dope. I like that. I feel like it's important in friendships to have somebody that helps you to grow.
Yeah. Absolutely. Myra, yours seemed like it was a lot easier. You already knew.
Nah, I just feel like for me, if you feel comfortable with somebody to the level, because I know for me, I struggle with opening up to people. So if I feel like, and I don't call people, I don't want to FaceTime you, I'm not going to initiate the text. I usually don't do that on like a deep level. So if I could do that with you, you're my best friend, because that's where I do that with people. And if you give me responses that make me feel comforted, that make me challenge myself, that make me feel supported and loved, I feel like off top, like that's just automatically a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
What about y'all two, Brittany and Terry?
Can I ask the question?
Yeah.
Just off the back of what you said, Myra, have you had multiple best friends before?
I do have multiple best friends. So I originally had a best friend from the 6th grade. Her name is Morgan. And although we still call each other best friends, I feel like we were doing that because the friendship was so long. And so I ended up meeting this boy named Moses, and he ended up becoming my best friend because he showed me that I don't have to worry or struggle. And so just to give a little background, my mom was sick throughout high school, and Moses noticed I was always coming to school late, and I just struggled getting home from school. I struggled in a lot of different areas, and what he did was he just basically picked me up and was like, what? My family pick you up from school on the weekends when you need to get places, my family will take you. Like, they made sure I had dinner. They built a relationship with my parents. They call, still to this day, his family calls my mom to check on them. They have a whole relationship. And so that really showed me like what a true friend was. And I kind of based my best friendships off of that. So now I would say I have like 2 solid best friends, and that would be Moses and Terry, because they kind of do some of the same things and they're kind of similar. They give me the qualities that I really look for.
Gotcha. I was just wondering, because I was about to say, if you did have it, like you said, how did you determine which one would make the show?
I feel like when people show you who they are and you really are like attracted to it and you're like, wow, like they do something different for me, I just feel like that's when you find out who your people is or who your person is.
Gotcha.
But what about y'all two? Y'all still got to answer the question too.
What's the question?
I know I missed the question.
Dang, I low-key forgot. Oh, the question is, how do you decide if somebody is your best friend versus your friend? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Mine would have to be just simply like kind of what Donika was saying, somebody who would challenge you, or what you were saying, challenge you. Think, because when me and Donika have conversations back then, we didn't know how to respect each other's perspectives and different opinions. Like, say if we both went through something and we both experienced the same thing, not all the time this happened, but your experience from that situation is different from my experience from the situation. And so we grown to learn how to understand that, like, this happened and this is what action was done, but this is my view on it, this is my truth on it. So when we learn how to respect each other's perspectives on that, life, the everything else just flows, I guess, to me. So with me and Donika, everything just flows right. When, if it's bad, if it's good, if it's sad, if it's angry, no matter what, it flows. So that's how I determine, like, okay, I know that's my best friend. And my family, it seems like that's the only friend they think I have. And I'm like, no, I have other friends.
That's a friend they know,
like, so it just flows with me.
That's beautiful. It sounds like you just described a healthy relationship in general, like the foundation of a healthy relationship. So,
it is.
I love hearing that. What about you, Terry?
For me, it has to be trust. Like, as I said before, I used to be like trust no one. Although I did trust people, I just trusted them to an extent. And I think that's with everyday life. But it was like when you're not even thinking about that extent, it's like, I trust you. Let me just start off. Like, I have a lot of friends. So it's like, you could see me, I could possibly hang with my friends more than I hang with my best friends. But it's not the same level of closeness. It's like with your best friend, how do I pick that that's my best friend? I could trust you. You challenge me. We actually have substance. When we talk about things, it's deeper. And then that's where people be like, well, I always see you with this person. It's like, yeah, but I'm not going deep with that person. I don't really trust. I trust that person, but I don't trust them where I'm like, that's the first person I'm calling, or that's who I'm going to. That's my go-to person. So my biggest thing is trust and me just feeling comfortable, because your spirit will tell you, like, if I'm around something and it just doesn't feel right, that's my spirit talking to me. So when I'm around my best friends, it's just because I do have more than one best friend, but when I'm around my best friends, and specifically Myra, it's just like, it's just open, it's free for all. Like, my spirit is just comfortable. It's at a standstill. It's not on guard or anything.
That's funny that you say that, because I always tease you because Terry always got stories, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, she will wake me up to tell me stories, and I'm like, can you shut up? But I'll be listening. I'll be messing with her.
Straight up.
Donika, why do you think that some women struggle with connecting with other Black women? Because I'm just curious about that question.
Good question.
Well, I know. Oh my goodness! Immediately, I don't know why, but in my head, I thought about like the little girl at school who always be like, I don't got no girl best friends. I only hang out with boys.
Yeah.
And, like, where the heck that come from? Like, what? Why? Like, what's so wrong with hanging with Black women or girls or people? You know, like girls, women in general. What's wrong with that?
Right.
And I never understood, but I guess thinking back now, I mean, I think that women in general just get like a bad name. Girls are said to be more emotional, more reactive, more catty. And some of those things are true for some people, but not for all.
Right.
And kind of going through puberty, you know, you go through an age where you're trying to figure out who you are and what you look like, and like not understanding jealousy or what that is, envy, or admiration. You could admire somebody without being jealous of them. And so I think like being a young girl, maybe seeing another popular girl, instead of like being like, okay, like, you know, that girl, she is cute, I admire her, like she handles herself, you just go to, I can't be friends with nobody like that. Like, nope. And I think it's just like a defense mechanism. Like, you really want the love from your Black sisters, you really want it, but you don't know how to do it, and so you try to shield it. But I ain't never had no problems with making like friends with women. Yeah, it's never, and I think it's because I am overall, I'm pretty confident within myself. I think that if I wouldn't have been, and even, I mean, because I most definitely struggle with like confidence as growing up. Like Brittany said, we've been on each other since 6th grade. Like, yeah, I have insecurities, but it's never been to the point where I'm like hating on my friend.
Yeah.
Like, or even if so, like if I notice myself have a piece of hate in my mind about any other woman, or even as a child, I would step back and be like, what's going on with you? Why are you feeling this way? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you mad because this person has a smaller body? Is it the hair? Like, what's going on with you? And really having to, I sound old, like for a little.
No, that's good.
Be able to do that as a child.
That young, yeah.
Right. I don't even know where it came from, y'all. But being able to, you know, like check myself. You gotta check yourself. Like, it's don't be mad at this person because they look a certain way or because they act a certain way. Like, you gotta really hone in your own attributes. Like, and that is why, in my opinion, it's hard for like Black women or women in general to like be friends with other women.
Okay. What about y'all? What do you think, Terry?
For me, I would have to say, because I was never one that was like, oh, I only like hang with guys. But if I was asked, I was like, I like hanging with guys more. But that's because I was a tomboy. So it was just like, okay, when I hang with the females, I noticed like, okay, y'all don't want to play, y'all don't want to get dirty, and this is at a young age. But then growing up, like high school, I did put trust more into guys, because it was just like, if I tell you something, you're not about to go gossip. You don't care about it. So for me, I did have that perception that like, oh, okay, females are a little more messy or they're gossipers. But as time got on, it's just like, no, you just need to figure out who you can trust. Like, that's your job, is like not telling every female or everybody like all your business. But I definitely think it's because like with Black women, it is that perception that we have, that we're messy, we're loud, problematic, we want drama, we like drama. So again, like, who wants to be involved in all that? Like, that's a toll on your peace. So I think that's the reason that people say that. But definitely, if you get a good foundation and a good circle, it's just like any guys are messier than females.
Yeah, they are.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. We don't go.
Yeah, we don't.
Like, to hell, like it doesn't get there. It'd be like, okay, we could probably do 1-2 days, say something about it, but then it's back. But when a black man, but then again, I see why too, because then it just infuriates you a different, because you take the black man from the family structure and you just dismantle the whole family. So it's just like we know why they're doing it, but I just wish that people were there for us. But like, back to your question of like what we need to do to be there for each other, it's like we really need to reach out to each other, because again, like, if nobody gonna have us, who gonna have us?
Yep, most definitely.
Like, even us just four right here, like, that's powerful in itself. Like, this is definitely a relief for me. Self-care.
Definitely. I definitely agree. I like that you're bringing up about Black women, because today I was at a protest last night, and today I go on the news and guess who's cleaning up the city? Black women. A big group of Black women cleaning up the city, just them.
Shout out to Deltas.
So I want to transition to a more positive note, and I want to ask all of us, we can share. I want us to share either a quote or a saying. It could be from history. It could be something you made up, something that speaks to you in moments, or it could be something that just speaks to you usually in general. It could be a quote that you say in your head. It could be an affirmation, just whatever speaks to you that you want to just pour out some positivity to our audience.
For me, it would have to be, you can't have change without consistency. Because when I think of what's going on, I want us to be consistent. I mean, of course, I don't want us out there writing every day and just continue, but I want us to be consistent behind doors, like where and meetings and planning and community gatherings, inviting people to the house. Let's talk about that event. Let's not just be there for each other in the moment that we need it. We need it throughout life. Even when this settles, we're still going to need our sisters. We're still going to need our brothers. So I would just say, just be consistent in everything you do. Like, anything you're climbing for, you're aiming for, you're going to need consistency.
Most definitely. What about you, Brittany?
I have a good quote that's been on my phone for a long time, and it just says kind of like, sometimes you can get lost in music, books, and I forgot what the other word was, but it says you can get lost in books, in art, and music, and let yourself feel those type of different things. So I'm kind of like big on just doing other exercises that help you mentally when stuff is at a chaotic time or something is really going on with you. I kind of like to encourage people to do different things, different activities to get your mind off the mind rolling and thinking, and like what Donika said, feel what you feel so that you can figure out what it is that you going through, and then you can kind of find a solution on how to solve it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I'm mad that I don't know the matter of fact. Can I go get my phone? I'm gonna read it to you.
Yeah, in the meantime, Donika, you want to share yours while we wait for Brittany?
I found it. Here it is. It says,
perfect.
It's okay to lose yourself for a little while in books, in music, in art. Let yourself get lost.
I like that. Donika, you have something you want to share?
Not like really a quote or nothing, but
maybe what books should we be reading? I know you be up on your books.
I'm reading Asada Shakur right now, so
deep.
So I don't know. I want to say stay ready, so we ain't gotta get ready. Like
okay, I'm with it.
Like Terry said, like this just can't be a moment thing. I think that's the problem. I think that it sounds so messed up, but Black people are so forgiving. We're so like, oh, okay, like we'll let it go. Like nah, fuck that. We ain't forgiving. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
And we go continuously keep talking about this. We go continuously keep doing stuff about it. And I think that is what we have to do with like any type of change. Like we have to. And so we gotta stay ready. So we're not just figure like this type of stuff that happens right now. It should have been. We could have been more organized. You know what I'm saying? Because we could have been more prepared in the sense of we know this shit is happening to us every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it is certain organizations, but it doesn't feel like there's like a broad region of, even if it is more like 4 women to getting together and talking like this. I feel like we need to do stuff like this a lot more.
Definitely. So yesterday, my boyfriend, he always comes up with like the coolest little sayings. And one thing he kept saying, because I kept crying yesterday, and while we were in the protest, people were like still laughing, still greeting each other, still, you know, talking, smiling. And what he kept saying was, no matter what, nobody can take away your smile. And I really stand firm with that, because while we're rallying together, while we're crying, we're smiling through our tears. We're laughing with each other. And I feel like innately as Black people, what we have is love, caring. Like, we really have that. And I feel like that's something to just hold on to. Like, no one can take away your smile. And that's like super important. And then the other thing, a cool rapper that I like, his name is Ad2, and he's a conscious rapper. And I highly suggest y'all check him out. He talks about like finding your identity, being a Black person in America. So I won't say his lyrics, but check him out. He's dope.
What's his name?
Ad2.
Ad2, like ADD2.
Yeah, like ADD number 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Was there anything else y'all wanted to add? Any books y'all suggest for people to read? Anything at all?
Before we get off the best friend topic, one thing I do want to say, and I had this conversation with like literally last night, is you know, when people think of friendship, they think of everything as like just perfect. It should be good, like, because in the beginning, Brittany, you said like, okay, we never had to fight, we never had to like go in the mud to know like what we mean to each other. But I love how you said like we did have our differences, and that's the thing. Like, I want people to know, any relationship you're going to have friction. Like, that's a mother-daughter relationship, father-daughter relationship, friendship, romantic relationship. But it's like, if you're not willing to work through that, like, is that even really a friendship if you just step like walking on eggshells to not accept the person or to not go there and have the friction? But it's just like with any relationship, you're going to work through it. Like, as long as no one's malicious, then it's like you're going to have problems. You work through, you communicate. And that's what I feel like that's an immature mindset when people like think like that.
I definitely agree.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. So I feel like oftentimes people look at relationships with people because we have social media, and they'll assume like, oh my gosh, because people always tell me, I just want what you and Terry have. And I'm just like, you don't want these problems.
No, we really, and communication is key. Communication is key, because in the very beginning, Myra kind of scared me because she was like, you're my best friend. Like, no, you're mine. She was so like possessive. And I had to tell her, if I didn't communicate and just put away, we would not be where we are. Like, I would have lost out on this great friendship, like this great best friendship. But I had to tell her, like, you know, I don't like when people are possessive, because I have other friends. I'm a very social person. So if you be like, no, you're mine and mine only, like, that's kind of scaring me now. But like, we communicated it. So I just think communication, like in anything, a work relationship, like if you have any, like, communicate.
Definitely. That's what makes a relationship or even a friendship strong. Well, thank you two for joining us on this week's episode.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I feel like this was much needed. I like having conversations with Black women, so I love this.
And just thank y'all too, Black women, like, just for coming together, speaking out every week, like, just giving us content. And y'all, I feel like y'all are able to vent with each other. Like, just how, like, this was a venting session for me. And just to be able to, in this time, to talk about something that makes us happy, which is our friendship. And because sometimes I feel guilty about enjoying life when everything is going on, you know? So just really thank y'all.
It's crazy that you say that, because at first I felt a little guilty, like, should I be walking around with just a t-shirt and looking like I don't care about the world right now. But I'm like, no, I shouldn't feel bad that I still want to put clothes on, get my hair done, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to look how I'm feeling all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And that's sad. That's being Black in America, feeling guilty for living. Because it's like my brother, my sister couldn't live. Or my people out there, you know. Oh, it's heavy. It's heavy. You know?
It is.
It's so heavy.
Also, like, it sounds like, because we always do takeaways. I heard Terry's takeaway is the sense of like understanding that there will be differences and communication is key to relationships. What else? Brittany, got a takeaway you want to give to our listeners?
I would say if you want to have a good relationship with anybody, let alone your best friend or your good friend, is to understand what they're going through, understand how they feel, understand their beliefs, their point of view on just everything. Because if you don't, y'all never get through the differences, and that's the hard part. The easy part is just having fun. You know, that's easy. The hard part is getting through the real life stuff. So be honest and understand.
Definitely.
That's real. I could attest to that.
Donika, do you have a takeaway?
Yeah, say hi to that. Say hi to the new people at work. Say hi if you out on a bike ride or if you at the park. Say hi to that other person. It's a Black woman especially. Say hi. It might be your best friend. It might be, even if it is a friend for a season. Like, just introduce yourself and don't be mad if they don't smile at you. And don't be they don't like you. Introduce yourself.
Nice. I think my takeaway would be, it's not related to this, but my takeaway would be listen to some Stevie Wonder, because time that has been keeping my spirit up. So listen to any Stevie Wonder song, and they're long songs, so they will get you through your entire day. You listen to one album, it can be good.
I'm about to tune in.
I am.
All right, y'all. Thank you. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
Bye-bye.
talk to y'all. Bye.